Hey happy people, sorry I've been away for so long. I've been busy at work and busy not doing car stuff, but the plan for today, I'll show you on this side. I don't have a light, so just pretend that there's a light there if you can't see it. This is where my split pin's supposed to go to hold the pads in, and I think that might have been why I broke a shaft. Potentially the pad was getting stuck and causing a shaft to bind. So I have 4 caliper rebuild kits, obviously, because I've got 4 calipers at the back. I do also have some TXR camber and caster adjustable top mounts, which should give me a bit better self-steering, which will be good because this doesn't really self-steer that great. I do have short shifter Andy in the background, slowly but surely destroying the old pistons with a massive pry bar.
It's working though.
It's working, that's what we care about.
It's destroyed.
It's destroyed. Nice. We did get one out though. Look at this. I don't think it's the piston's fault. I think it's the seal's fault for being all dry. But I think while Andy has fun with the hard task, I'll take the easy task of removing the calipers. But I don't know if it would be wise to probably try and push these pistons out a good bit first on the foot pedal before I remove them. Then we've got a good bit to work with. But yeah, I'm going to get on with removing these calipers first. So, I'm going to paint these black because the coating on them is very, I don't know, how do you say this? European. Not great. Like, not as good as what you would expect for like UK parts, maybe being powder coated. These are definitely not powder coated. And then as you can see, I've got a collection of calipers here now. As for the gash caliper, we're hoping we can split this half off of that half, off of this half to do that half, and make us one good caliper out of 2. I do have another 4 calipers, but I'm not expecting them to be any better than what I've got, so I may as well piss with the cock I've got, I guess. That was actually relatively painless. So, just imagine there's 8 there, because I don't know where the 8th one's gone, but there's 7. It's really weird. It's just disappeared. It's cool. So we split a caliper in half to get 2 good halves, and then the other 2 are down there, and Andy's cleaning another one. But for all you cool cats and kittens at home that wonder how to get these out, the piston is in like that. Get a screwdriver and lean it 1 and 2 at the same time. Chopsticks, have a Chinese beforehand, get real good at it, and then I flick them out. If you can't do it that way and you break the edges off them like we did, have a friend lever on the last edge that you didn't break, and then just hit it with a punch, and it sort of wiggly, flickily, it gets its way out of there. It worked. It was impressive actually. I thought it was going to be a right bastard, but nah, it was good. I'm going to get on with cleaning these anyway. We have them all split, and after spending, I'll take you around my bench where I get to show you the brown muddy rust. I think I might just get them blasted because my screwdrivers have lost about 4mm off the end and I can't be arsed anymore. Yeah, so I'll see how much it costs to get them blasted and then paint them and rebuild them. Probably not get them powder coated because I don't think it's worth the hassle. Just get them blasted so they're clean. But you can be happy that you watched me strip some calipers. So we're back. I was hoping that I would have the calipers sandblasted by this clip, but it's quite expensive, so they're all still rusty. Getting quotes like 100 and odd quid to get them sandblasted, and I'd still have to paint them, and I know it would make the painting really easy, but I just feel like 100 quid's quite expensive, to be honest, for what seems to me like not even an hour's worth of work. So yeah, we're going to clean them today, paint them today hopefully, but I am going out for steak later, so we'll see. I've only got maybe 3 hours, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but when you're cleaning cast steel, that's probably not enough time, not for 4 calipers. We do have some other parts that arrived as well, which I've not said very much about. gas adjustable coilovers, which are going to go in here, like geez, in there, a bracket at the bottom, bracket at the top, and yeah, hopefully solve my axle tramp issues, plus be an upgrade. They weren't that expensive. I say they weren't that expensive. They were 385 quid for 2 delivered, but if you send the guys your weights of your car, corner weights, etc. like that, what you're planning on using it for, what type of car it is, they will valve them internally to what they would recommend, because I don't know much about the internals of suspension. They'll also recommend you a spring rate and stuff as well, for the same price as what they would cost as if you just bought the generic set of these. So I think that's fantastic value, to be honest. 3 weeks get them to my door, which I think's amazing. So easy to deal with, such nice people to speak to. So I would definitely recommend them to anybody that would like a set of coilovers for their Volvo or for something else. I know they're dead popular for every car, but probably not popular for what I'm going to do, because there's not very many people I know that run a genuine rear coilover on a Volvo, because it is a bit more work than what other cars are, to be honest. But let's set the camera up on a tripod and you can watch me clean some calipers. Well, that only took half an hour. That wasn't too bad actually. Now, that looks alright to me. I've got some rust converter that I'd used on, what did I use it on, the axle in previous videos. I think don't know if I'm going to use it on the calipers. I'll just hammerite them because they'll probably rust again anyway. They're never going to be as clean as getting them sandblasted, but half an hour's work with a needle scaler and a wire brush meant I didn't need to spend 100 quid, which means we can go skidding rather than have clean brake calipers that no one can see apart from if you watch this video. But really, what use is that? So yeah, I think I'm just going to blast in with some paint. I don't know what time it is, I'll need to double check. It's really like thick, gungy, rusty brake fluid sort of nastiness that won't really come off unless I submerge it in something. And I'll give you 5 minutes, 5 seconds to guess what that is. Best cleaner known to man, petrol, and a toothbrush. I'm not going to put my hands in that, not yet anyway, but I can just dunk these in, give them a wee bristle, and then put them on my wee hangy rack. Can't see that because of the light. A wee hangy rack, and then yeah, get to the painting. So I got all these calipers cleaned and I was going to paint them first, but it would have involved masking that, and so I thought, well, my dad thought, just put them together first, which probably makes more sense. So I've got 2 in, got a bit of a technique now with the vise, so yeah, let's just kick on and get these pistons in. Right. We're on the home straight, this is the last one, so I'll show you how I do this and all will become clear. So, one seal, come on, more seals, give me that. That bag can go in the bin. We'll need those as well, and that can go there. Those. Right, cool. So, bit of rubber grease right around here. And then slip her in. Beautiful. Same with the other side. Beautiful. Pistons. Yeah. See, there's a wee chamfer there, so it should make it like pretty much bulletproof for going in. Bit of rubber grease around these. One. Two. Now I get these started with my hand and just push it down. That one definitely went in. Right. And then a nice 18 socket that fits in. Beautiful. Same with the other side. It just popped and went in, lovely. And as for these, same again. Bit of rubber grease on the inside, just to help it go onto the piston. Same again on this side, wee bit round there. Right on like that. And the same. Then I just push these pistons in the rest of the way. Like so. And then you'll see there, let me just get the screen back on. You'll see there it's just not quite on. A wee push with your hands. Lovely. Same on this side. Lovely. If you've got a socket, you put it around the outside and a small hit just to make sure it's fully on. Same again. Right, and then join the two halves together. So, put a wee squidge of rubber grease in there just to hold the O-rings in place while I put the bolts in. And just so I don't knock the O-rings out of place, kind of hold this half up, and while I start one, two bolts. Once they're started, you drop it down so you know it's not going to move the O-ring. Chuck these two in. Beautiful. One rebuilt caliper. Anyway, now just to coat them in some black hammerite. I was going to go silver, but yeah, I think I'll just go black. But nah, I'm going to sign off now because you don't really need to see me paint some calipers. But yeah, that's how you rebuild Volvo 940 calipers.